a father's love. So everyone assumes that Nyreen, Aria's former lover, died a foolish death. But what if it wasn't exactly foolish? What if it was a suicide that had been on her mind for a long time? It's safe to say that Nyreen and Aria had something special. It should also be noted that Asari don't really get pregnant by accident. They choose a mate and have a child with them. But Aria doesn't have any children, right? In the Mass Effect books, Paul Grayson has a young Asari lover. His Asari lover is killed when Cerberus was trying to attack Paul. More specifically, Leng killed her when she was unconscious from a tranquilizing dart. He slit her throat. When Aria finds out about this, she is extremely upset. Why? Because the young Asari, named Liselle, was Aria's secret daughter. Paul Grayson, the man Liselle was in love with, goes on to be kidnapped and experimented on by Cerberus. He is turned into a type of Reaper hybrid. One could say that he might have been the prototype for the Adjutants. I should also note that the Talons, Nyreen's mercenary gang, are also featured in the same book. Liselle was able to steal from the Talons surprisingly easily, considering that Nyreen is very good at leading her gang. So why would Nyreen stay on Omega after breaking up with Aria? It takes more than passive aggression to secretly stay on a station after a breakup. There had to be something more. Nyreen could have stayed for Liselle, to keep an eye on her and be close to her daughter. When Liselle was murdered, Nyreen might have lost a lot more than we assumed. Nyreen might have been afraid of the Adjutants because they reminded her of the man her daughter loved.
You're a veteran. Why are you so disturbed by these Adjutants?
I know fighting Reapers is old hat to you, Commander. But these... what they do to people? I watched friends get turned into monsters.
Just in case you're wondering, it is possible for Nyreen to be Liselle's father. In Mass Effect 2, you can hear an Asari saying, "I'm 40 years old and finally moving out of my parents' place," inferring that 40 years old is considered more than mature enough to function as an adult. So with this timeline, Nyreen could have fathered Liselle from the ages of 20 to 40 and still be in fighting shape in 2186 at around the age of 60 to 80. Turians live to be around 150. The fights between Aria and Nyreen may have been about a lot more than fear and weakness. They had lost their child, and they were dealing with their grief in completely different ways. Aria with rage and hate, and Nyreen with fear. That can cause some very intense conflict for parents of deceased children.
I hate those things.
Hate should make you deadly. That looked like fear to me.
You fought bravely against
So
those
bitchy.
mechs in there, Nyreen. Very impressive.
But
Why can't you bring that same grit when Adjutants attack?
It's pathetic. You tense up at the mere mention of those abominations.
Lay off. She just saved you.
I'm trying to help her, Shepard. Call it tough love.
So when Nyreen killed herself in that blast, maybe she wasn't being stupid. Maybe she was just waiting for the chance to die. But whatever, none of this is canon. It's just a series of events that add up to a nice fan theory. It's probably not part of the lore or anything.